Every morning I wake up to Radio 3. One particular morning there was Baroque music playing and the performance had a perfect hemiola. Now, most people don't really pay much attention to hemiolas, but it really made my day. It was such a good way to wake up. Later on that same day, I mentioned this to some non-musician colleagues, and one of them said, "Hemiola? That sounds like some kind of horrible disease." So please allow me to explain exactly what a hemiola is and how it works. Let's start with some basic maths. 3 times 2 equals 6. 6 can be divided into either 3 groups of 2 or 2 groups of 3. Music is divided into bars. If we are in 3 and we combine 2 bars together, we will have 6 beats in total. Those 6 beats can then be redivided. We could continue with the original time signature of 2 groups of 3, but we could also redivide those 6 beats and we could have 3 groups of 2. Watch our juggler. The red ball represents the downbeat. He's now juggling in 3/4 time. Now watch our juggler. Again, the red ball is the downbeat, but now he's in 2/4 time. Now watch our juggler as he keeps the tempo the same, but changes the groupings. With hemiolas, the time signature doesn't change. It's just the groupings of the notes that change. For that brief moment, the bar line is overridden by the hemiola. For example, if we look at this music by Lully, we can see that the time signature stays in 3/4 throughout, and the hemiolas are implied by the melodic and harmonic movement. Sometimes hemiolas are quite ambiguous, and sometimes they're not in all the parts at the same time. Here's another example. If we look at this excerpt by Gemignani, we can see that 2 bars of 3/8 have been combined into 1 bar of 3/4, so the hemiola is very obvious. If we are in 3 and feeling the pulse as 1 in a bar, then a hemiola will create an auditory illusion, and it will feel as though the music is speeding up, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And if I clap that pattern without counting, it would sound like this. However, if we are in 3 and feeling a distinct 3 beats in a bar, and we hit hemiola, it will have the opposite auditory illusion, and it will sound as though the music is slowing down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And again, without my counting. And this is particularly effective if it happens at the end of a piece or at the end of a movement, signaling the final cadence. Back to that morning when I was woken up by my ideal hemiola. What made it so satisfying? I think that ultimately a hemiola should make the listener feel as though he or she is being airborne for those 6 beats, and we don't really know where we are until we've landed safely on the downbeat after the hemiola. If we return to our juggler, it should feel like this. And if we return to the Gemignani excerpt, it should sound like this.
Subscribe.